Greeting my friends, to all my friends in lecture. My name is Elvin Anaksamaya from Faculty of Computer Science and Information System, majoring in software engineer. Today I'm going to present to you about software engineering towards Internet of Things, which means IoT. So basically this is my title, and down this is list of the future IoT. So first list is IoT driven data analytic applications, and next is IoT. Next application is IoT based secure and efficient key management framework using hash graph for autonomous vehicle, and lastly is for IoT for big data analytic architecture for multimedia. So next slide. Okay, introductions or my introductions. The IoT concepts has driven human computerized system and data become operational in smart environment which provide convenient space for human life. In these three articles, I will show how IoT applications are designed, implement, operate, and revolve in our environments. Also, how software engineers manage the framework to process method and other artifacts. The final result of this article can facilitate researcher and practitioner to engineer emerging and next generation of IoT software application. So in this presentation, I will compile three slides and summarize all the articles based on IoT design, IoT design concept. Next slide. Okay, the methodology of IoT has driven all the application become simultaneously change over the background and data. Each of the article will cover how the usages of IoT application change by the framework and architecture model. So every IoT application will have its own framework and designs of the data. So technologies such as the IoT have taken this in the right direction to change the era. The use of IoT can upgrade the existing system, which can revolutionize the future. The below model will show how the design framework for the IoT and how they design in proper manner on IoT applications. Next slide. Okay, the methodology for the first article. This is the diagram for the IoT based on data-driven analytics, which consists of its framework diagram. This is consists of the algorithm step and process view made by software engineer to propose the solving method for IoT data analytic application. Software engineer has combined the data analytic in IoT to make the system work out. The structured view of the IoT has combined the convenience together into communication hub, including house, accessories, robot, and car, which means structured view. We start from communication hub, which other part like car and house and other thing connected to communication hub. Then the sensors will detect the source of the data moving to the data analytic to process the step. At this phase, the data will be collected and the process this analytic data will be processed and will be sent to data sync. And in the end, software engineer will manage the data using V-shaped data model data processing. All the process, including the iteration development cycles, are included in here. So basically, it's a turnaround, a circling concepts, data, usage. And next slide. And this is the next IoT application diagram. Show the IoT works toward the autonomous vehicle with secure system and traffic quality measure. The model framework designed to connect the vehicle through the network cloud and or network connections so data processing will be measured by the IoT. This including open source intelligent transportation, which means it's using artificial intelligence application based on artificial intelligence. The first step of this diagram, cars start to operate and connected via domain key road network. The system will calculate and measure the destination of the vehicle that interact with the roadside unit. Besides that, every car using its own private key to interact with the source of key distribution. Then, key will transfer to master source and reaching the network key. Finally, the car will be achieving the Hasgraph network base, which looks like cloud base for vehicle operation. Then the certificate we generate to approve the authorization of towards the global network authorizations through the network manager. At the end, car will be start moving and reaching the final destinations. And for next application or next articles. So this diagram show the IoT application based on big data analytic ecosystem for multimedia being used to measure the online attribute due to online media connections. The purpose of framework are using multimedia big source such as water resource, weather resource, traffic resource, and health resource, parking resource. The data collection being made to several devices and resulting to monitor environment sensor. The diagram show how the wireless multimedia connected via sensor. The IoT enable environment to make that all acts of user will be recorded and each of data given in the will be collected. The big data and catching over all the place distribute. For example, like earth traffic, weather and parking big data. The big data will be filtered, spread to their own altitude. Then all the data sent over the distributed storage to be processed. This is big data they're collecting to monitoring environment, and then each part of this data will be separate to its own attitude. So in this section, in this section, all data organized in concept of YARN network used to recover data security over the networks. When the data has been distributed, and then it's sent over the distributed storage, and using YARN, the network used to cover its security in the network for the network. So lastly, the manufacturing mechanism is used to redundancy over the data retrieved and all data returned to prospective user interface and process decision to making a result produced. So this is how the diagram looks like until make and of user. So in these discussions, the IoT application has covered all the qualified manners, usages of the data. The data analysis is properly used to measure and manage the user for future use. The reveal smooth and stable system for IoT application is IoT based on autonomous vehicle, which is easy to maintain and upgrade. User adaptability and easy to manage as well. The process to be taken compared to other are very simplified and root of the network never change and not dealing with big data. The future of the networking roadmap suggests everything, including the specific of human life, the links to the networks. And in conclusions, the future work will be concentrated on further examining and exploring the framework for IoT applications that offer the future use of the new technology. The future research will be established as planned to complete the assessment commitment. The processing module is also integrated with the proposed architecture to speed up processing mechanism of big data produced by IoT device in the IoT-enabled environment. Specific dataset are utilized to realize the proposed architecture to optimize the processing of the data. The proposed system is realized using the real-time dataset from various sources. The proposed architecture is experimentally tested with automatic dataset and reveal the effectiveness of the proposed architecture. So this basically is when our connects to our IoT comes to IoT is we must measure the security and big and data of all user connected to environments so that its one corruption or security measure will not be ignored. That's, that's all from me. Thank you.